Kia ora folk. Alrighty, so we've got our adventures page all styled. We now need to move across to the images page. And what I would like to do is put these three images side by side so that they are in one row. Now, we are going to use a technique called Flexbox, or often we talk about Flex. There are two websites that I reckon are really good for teaching you about Flexbox. It's there's a lot to it, but there's some nice basics, and we're going to use it quite simply, but you can do all sorts of things with it. But if you go onto this website, Quackit, I think that's a very clever name, and then just from the home page, scroll down until you find Flexbox tutorial. You will learn a lot about Flexbox here. Okay, so that's one place. A second place is CSS-Tricks. This is another fantastic website that's got some really good material to use. And so I jumped onto the properties. And so when we talk about Flexbox, we talk about having a parent container and having children as the items. So on this page, all the information about the container, which in this case is purple, is on the left side or the left column, and all the information about properties for the children, the flex items, is on the right side in the yellow. And of course, W3 Schools is a great place to go as well. So let's get to it. So on the HTML page, we have got an ID content, and we've got, I'll just move these back. We've got our, okay, so we've got our H2 heading and we've got three images. All right, so what we need to do is we need to create a parent container, and it's going to be a div class. So that means we can use it multiple times. The div class row that we're going to make, we'll just be using it in this for this at this stage, but you might decide you are going to use it a different way. So I've created the tags, I've grabbed the closing tag, and I'm just popping that in there. I need to indent it appropriately, and I'm actually going to grab all of the content of the parent and indent it so I can see. And I think I will do a bit of creating rows just so I can see where things are. Makes things a lot clearer. All right, so here's my row. Cool. So opening, closing. Fabulous. Now, each of the items, so each of these images is going to be a child that's going to go into that parent container row. So we need to create a div class, and the reason it's a div class is we're going to give them, they're all going to be the same. Oh, what have I done? Right, here we go. All right, so div class, and we're going to call this column. All right, here's its closing tag. So I'll grab that and I'll pop that around. I need to sort out that, and I'll indent that as well. Okay, and give it a bit of space so it's clear. All right, so here's the first child named column, and it's got an image in it. So we need to do that for the next one. Div. Oops. Class. And so same name. And do the same process. Grab the closing tag, wrap it, sort out the indentation. There that goes. So highlight them. Yep, so that's great. Cool. All right, and then do that final one for Grace. Great. And it's also column. Sounds like I'm saying column is a name. Maybe we'll talk about columns. Okay, we've got, here we go, do that. All right, and that one's ticked. And if I look at my row, and there's that and the content, boom. Okay, so that's cool. Now, the other thing that I should do for the image is just do a little style. So add the style width, and we're going to make it 100%. So that means I want each of those images to fill their bit of the container, which will give us even spacing. Not very good at doing two things at once. Oh, it's going to do it for me. And lucky last. Okay, so save all of that. That's cool. Okay, so we're going to be styling the div class row and the div class columns. So let's do that underneath the section. And so it starts with a full stop because it's a div class, curly braces, and we want to tell it to display using flex. Then we need to style the column, and we want to say that it should flex. Now this is really important. Make sure you flex and not float, otherwise it's going to get confused. And we're going to give it a percentage. We're saying we want thirds, so 33 and a third, and we'll just see if we can get a little bit of padding and around it. Oops, the X, save. Okay, let's see the magic occur. Kaboom! Oh, that's unusual. So we have got a little bit of, oh, that's what I've done there. I believe I've put the H2 title, which I want on top, so let's get rid of that. That was within the row, but I want that just there. Boom. Okay, cool. And now, yeah, that'll do for now. Okay,